Good evening. Good evening, friends out there. This is part 11, Weeping and Mourning. In my pilgrimage, this is Dr. Delia Patrice Candice Gabriel. My pilgrimage towards general election and now this newly subsetted time towards concerning some traffic offenses that has been unfairly awarded. I feel as if I have been singled out and targeted with some additional traffic offenses. But this is part 11. Friends, I have caught them on this pilgrimage towards general elections in Trinidad and Tobago. This evening, I am here to report that I was starring in a vehicular accident today. In my background, one may see the extent of the damages. And some may say, thank God. Some may say, thank God that I don't have any broken limbs or I don't have any extreme damages for the level of impact. But I am not here. I have revisited the scene this evening, not to say thank God, but to say, Satan, no weapon that is formed against me or my property, against my person, against my voice, against my well-being, against my senses, against my intellect, against my mental health. No weapon formed against me and my finances, against my skill. All weapons that has formed and are manifesting, none shall prosper. Some may say, thank God and forget that. But I am here to rebuke the devil and to send every attack back to sender this evening. This is a season of weeping and mourning. Weeping and mourning. I continue to weep and mourn, yes. Yes. But spare me this evening, once again, another interruption, another drastic and merciless attack on my person, on my life, on my voice, on my activity, on my daily well-being, on my quality of life. Every attack, I send it back to sender. I am not here to say thank God. I am not here to say thank God. I am here to send every attack back to sender by the Spirit of the living God. By the Spirit of the living God. Every spirit of darkness hovering over me, my name, my position, my authority, my person, every spirit of darkness, I release the authority of the Spirit of the living God, the Spirit of Yahweh, the Spirit of Jehovah that decrees, Jehovah Jireh, the Lord is my provider. Jehovah Nissi, the Lord who fights for me. Jehovah Rapha, the Lord my healer. And the list goes on and on. Anything I want my Lord to be, he will be to me. And tonight, this evening, I want him to be my avenger. Jehovah my avenger. Whatever that name is in Hebrew. Jehovah my avenger. Jehovah my avenger. Look at the condition of this vehicle. But, well, it's a complicated, it's really a complicated situation, Because apart from me driving my merry way, going about my daily activities, apart from a usual experience, this specific site in Trinidad, I wouldn't say the exact location, but this specific site One may see. One may see. Look at this. This is the road. This country has a pitch lake. This country has a government that has budgeted billions of Trinidad and Tobago dollars to the Ministry of Works and Transport. And look at the beyond that, in this area, we have a councillor. In this area, we have a councillor. We have a regional corporation. This is a main road. In this area, there's a councillor, there's a regional corporation. This area as well, this constituency is also under a PNM, a member of parliament in the PNM party. And this is the road. Tell me if that is not a trap set. A death trap set. A death trap. What the road how it cave in? A death trap. Look at that. Look at that. A death trap. This death trap prepared. This death trap prepared. I am not your candidate, Jezebel. I am not your candidate, Ahab. I am not your candidate. This death trap prepared. This hole that has been dug, according to Psalm chapter 35, into that very destruction, let them fall. And my soul shall be joyful before the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. This death trap. This is the road. Look how that road cave in. Well, the light in it, but look. Look at the extent of this. Look at the preparation for destruction. This death trap. The preparation for accident and destruction. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. So it is a complicated situation. It is quite complicated, and every day it's becoming more and more, almost unbearable. Almost unbearable. But it is written. It is written. Hey. It is written. The Lord is my rock and my fortress. Look at that. Look at that precipice inside of there now. Look, my car bumper right here. My car bumper right here. Look at that precipice right under. Watch out that road cave in. All you seeing how steep that is? A precipice into the river. Into the river on the roadside here. Precipice. We have councillors in this area. We have MPs. This is a PNM area. I think so. Puna. Yeah, there's an yeah. Look at how our house down there. There's the road under here. There's the road. My car right there. The car right there, precipice right there. And this, so just as I was proceeding along this main road here, I don't know if it was deliberate. As I say, it's a complicated situation. I know that I have a lot of enemies, but there was already a death trap prepared so that my enemy would be able to find me very easily. Very easily. The other driver who was involved in this accident, he knows himself. I know him as well to a certain extent. And so that is it. I continue to weep and mourn. I continue to weep and mourn. As I said, I'm not here to say thank God. Thank God that my injuries are not so severe that I have to remain under medical supervision. But I am out once again. I am out. I am continuing on this pilgrimage. I am continuing on this pilgrimage. Watch our car. Watch my car. I was the lone passenger in the vehicle. The lone passenger. Look at the background there. Head on this morning. Head on. Head on. Head on. I reject that. I rebuke it. I rebuke it. And I come in the name of the Lord, the God of the armies of Israel, whom this big giant, this complicated situation, this big giant, that big giant, look at that precipice. Look at that down there. Look at the depth. My car right here. I just stand in between there. It's just what, 2 feet, 3 feet between me and this precipice right here. And this is the road. This is the road. This is the this is what this item here and these red tape. This derelict, whatever garbage, is what is being used to alert drivers that there is a precipice. Now my car, this derelict vehicle that is still here until I get wrecking service to remove it, will also aid in alerting drivers of the precipice. Apart from this red tape that cannot protect anything, not even a person or an animal. Apart from this red caution tape and that derelict piece of exercise equipment, maybe I could walk closer to that. So we see what we're working with. We'll see what we're working with here. It looks like a exercise. I had to be careful how I walk. I'll fall down in that ditch. But not me. That ditch is not for me. Satan, that very hole, that pit you have dug into that, according to Psalm 35, that pit that has been dug here, into that very destruction, you yourself must fall. You yourself must fall. Watch. This is how they alert drivers, night or day. It has no lighting on it. My accident happened in the day. I saw it. I know. I'm aware. I'm familiar with this piece of road. I'm familiar. Never thought I never thought I would have had to end up in this. So I'm not here to say thank God. I'm here to say, Satan, I am not your candidate. It is written, when my enemies and my foes come upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumble and fell. Into that very destruction, you must fall. Into that very destruction, you must fall. Into that very destruction, you yourself must fall. I am not your candidate. I didn't revisit the site here, this accident site, the site of depression and oppression and poverty and garbage. I didn't return here to say thank God. Thank God for my members on my person. I return here to say, Satan, you have come against me with sword and with spear, but I come in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and to the fowl, to the birds of the air and to the beasts of the field, and you would know that there is a God, in my life. I am not your candidate. It must return to sender. It is written, when a thief is found out, he must repay 7 times. I am not your sender, devil. I am not your sender, devil, because I'm standing on a solid rock. And I know the power that I've got. Satan, you can't prevail. No. You're bound to fail. Because I'm standing on a solid rock. And I know the power that I've got. Satan, you can't prevail. Satan, you're bound to fail. I am not your candidate, devil. Never. I am not your candidate. Okay, well, to me, that is enough for this. That is my loss. My loss, and that is between me and my God. However he choose to assist while I weep and I mourn, like Hannah, like Ruth, like Naomi. My hope is in the God of the Holy Bible. My hope remains in the God of the Holy Bible. And I didn't come here to say thank you, the God of the Holy Bible. My God greater than that. He is greater than that. Yes. So we continue to move and mourn towards the general election in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't have much more content, more than these troubling days that I have been experiencing. And yeah, I could smile. I weep and I mourn, but I could smile. I could smile. So not much more content. I'll say 2 Psalms and call that a wrap. I'll say Psalm chapter 2 and I'll recite Psalm chapter 2 and Psalm chapter 35. As I continue to weep and mourn. So just bear with me, I'll find these scriptures. King James Version. Psalm chapter 2. Psalm chapter 2. King James Version. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth and the rulers set themselves, take counsel together. The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall hold them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree the Lord hath said unto me. Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them together like a potter's vessel. Be wise now therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Kiss the Son. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and he perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Psalm chapter 35. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for mine help. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause have they hid their net for me in a pit, which without cause have they dug for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let the net that he had hid catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord, it shall rejoice in my salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee? Delivering the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good, to the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned into mine own bosom. I paced about as though he had been my friend or brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourneth for his mother. But in mine adversity they rejoiced, and gathered themselves together. Yea, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me and cease not. With hypocritical mockers in feast they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling from the lions. I will give thee thanks in a great congregation. I will praise thee among much people. Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let them wink with the eye who hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me and said, Aha, aha, our eye hath seen it. This thou hast seen, O Lord, keep not silence, O Lord. Be not far from me. Stir up thyself and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord, my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, Ah, so would we have it. Let them not say, We have swallowed her up. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad who favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, Let the Lord be magnified, which had pleasure in the prosperity of his servant, and my tongue shall speak of his righteousness and of his glory all the day long. Psalm 118. Not 118, Psalm 18. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, the God of my strength, in whom I trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. When the waves of death surrounded me, the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The sorrows of Sheol surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried out to my God. He heard my voice from his temple, and my cry it entered his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of the heavens quaked and were shaken, because he was angry. Smoke went up out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also and came down with darkness under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and flew, and was seen upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about him with dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them. And he shot out lightnings and discomfited them. Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and as for his statutes, I did not depart from them. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful, thou wilt shew thyself merciful. With an upright man, thou wilt shew thyself upright. With the pure, thou wilt shew thyself pure. And with the froward, thou wilt shew thyself froward. For thou wilt save the humble people, but will bring down high looks. For thou wilt light my candle, the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. For by thee have I run against a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. For who is God except the Lord? Who is a rock except our God? It is God that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He makes my feet as the feet of deer and sets me on my high places. He teaches my hands to make war so that my arms can bend a bow of steel. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again until they were consumed. I have wounded them that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them as small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as dirt in the streets. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the nations. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. As soon as they hear, they obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me. He delivereth me from mine enemies, yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and sheweth mercy to his anointed, to David and to his seed forevermore. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock. Let the God of my salvation be exalted. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. I will magnify the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. When you're standing on a solid rock, and you know the power that you've got, Satan, he can't prevail. No, Satan, he bound to fail, because I'm standing on a solid rock, and I know the power that I've got. Satan, you can't prevail. No, Satan, you're bound to fail. Satan, you can't prevail. No, Satan, you're bound to fail. Satan, you can't prevail. Satan, you're bound to fail. I will magnify the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies, every violent man. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock, and let the rock of my salvation be exalted. The Lord reigneth, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The Lord reigneth, holy is the rock. Let the rock of my salvation be exalted. Good night, folks. I continue to weep and mourn towards January 22. That's subsetted time regarding these traffic violations, $4,000 worth of traffic violations. This is an accident in the midst of my weeping and mourning. They continue to add insult to injury. But the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, the God of my strength. In him I trust. In him I trust. In him I trust. And I stand on that solid rock. I continue to weep and mourn while standing on that solid rock. So we continue 8 months, plus or minus 8 months, maximum 11 months towards the general election in Trinidad and Tobago. This has been yours truly live at Accident Scene, January 14th, 2025. Live, yours truly, Dr. Delia Gabriel. Good night, friends. Continue to weep and mourn with me.